So basically, me and my sister are in our prime ages. She's 23, I'm 20. It's well, okay, it's not Friday, but it's Tuesday. It's currently 9 p.m. and we're going to bed. We're gonna watch some TV and go to bed. It's 9 p.m. We're losing it. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Half of a Yellow Stone, which has been in my TBR for a very long time, and I will say Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is definitely one of my favorite ever writers. And I have two favorite books, which one of them is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Purple Hibiscus. So I'm finally reading Half of a Yellow Stone. I also have Americana, which I've bought. I have a physical copy of it. So I am just really excited. I absolutely adore her writing, and I love just how much I'm learning about Nigerian culture through her books, which is just 10 out of 10 experience, and she's just like a must read. But I usually like start filming at like the beginning of the week. It's already Wednesday, well it's Tuesday right now, but I've been feeling so overwhelmed by like what content do I produce when I feel like every week I'm filming like the same things over and over again. But yeah, that's been a little overwhelming, so I'm here a little late, but I am here in either case, which I feel like is the most important part. So I'm gonna be enjoying my book while my sister watches a new episode of her show, which it's like on there, and that's how we're spending our night in. Wait, oh my god, you know what song I randomly remembered? Fresh Ice by Ainsley Grimmer. That is such like a memory unlocked. I don't know why, but the moment I woke up, that was the song that I was thinking about. And mind you, I would listen to that so much back in the day. Like, I mean, when did it come out? I don't remember. But that was such an iconic song that we should just like bring back. Because why not? Do not know who I am, but still know that I'm good long as you're here with me. To be drunk and in love in New York City. Midnight into morning coffee, burning through the hours. That errand literally took so long. It was like 2 hours, but it was legal stuff, and I can't lie, bureaucracy in other countries takes so much longer, and here in Azerbaijan you can get your bureaucracy work done so quickly. So I'm very happy all of those legal stuff, they're done. So now I'm gonna go and grab packages that we have received. I'm very excited because basically me and my sister started doing our, you know, like summer shopping because we have a vacation coming up, which I'm super just like thrilled for. And you know, we just needed a few pieces here and there, so I'm just gonna go grab all of those packages and see how they turned out. So let's go grab them. I like me better when I'm with you. I like me better when I'm with you. I knew from the first time I stayed for a long time, 'cause I like me better when... So last month actually, I was opening a box of pasta with these scissors and I cut myself so incredibly badly that it's literally been it's been a month and the skin on my finger is still healing. It was really bad. I've never felt a cut that deep, and genuinely I'm so like scared of blood, and I cannot do blood. And that was the first time ever in my life where I felt like crying because of a cut, because I also just felt like a child that I was in pain. But also that was during suhoor, okay? That was during the month of Ramadan, and it was like 4 a.m. in the morning, or maybe it was, yeah, it was 4 a.m. and I cut myself so badly. But we have our first package. These are the shorts that I ordered to wear over my swimsuit. I really wanted some low-rise ones because I thought the problem last year, where I always feel so incredibly ugly. I know that's such a like poor choice of wording, but I always feel so ugly in like daytime at like by the beach and stuff. I just don't like my outfit, and I thought looking at last year maybe the problem was the fact that I had high-waisted shorts. I don't know. So ordered some low-waisted ones. I don't know if they're gonna work. We're just gonna
see and hope and pray that it works. Moving on. Oh, it fell. Okay. We have a big package over here because there are like a few pieces of my sister, a few pieces of mine. So let's open up and not cut ourselves this time. Okay, my sister got herself some shorts. More shorts, but in black. I know butter yellow became a trend, and I feel like that's why I purchased this shirt in butter yellow. But guys, hear me out on this one. Oh my god, the material is actually so nice. I wish you guys could like feel it through, but it's so soft and stretchy, and like this is just summer. Like, okay, I can tell I'm gonna love the shirt because honestly the fabric feels insane. I love the cuts of the sleeves, and honestly I think I'm gonna rock the shirt. I got some white pants for summertime because I mean I do have white like pants. They're much thinner than what I wanted them to be, and I kind of ruined them at the beach, and I'm still gonna wear them at the beach. So I thought I'd have separate ones so they're not like as dirty and as thin as the ones that I would wear on the beach. Okay, these ones are really thick. That is what I actually wanted last year, but I just like I do all of my shopping online, so obviously like I don't understand, but these ones are really thick, which I really like, and these look so stretchy and nice. I got it in size 34 because I think it started from 32 and I just wasn't sure what correct size I would be. But I mean I'm definitely gonna need to get them tailored because they're way too long. But these are actually the kind of shorts I really wanted last year. My last final piece, I really wanted this really pretty blouse that I saw because it had such a nice tie. It's this short sleeve blouse, which I just found so incredibly beautiful because of like the tie that a model had on the photo, and it just looks so nice. Anyways, that was my haul. Also, actually, when my sister came back from Germany, she brought me a ring that she got for me, and I thought I filmed an unboxing, but apparently I didn't press record, so that just I don't have that file. But here's the ring. It's by Rachel Zoe. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but it's from her Disney collection because look at the ring. It's absolutely adorable. Wait, did I make up that it's from the Disney collection? No, it actually says Disney. So here is the ring. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let me take off. Wait, I don't have a ring on my index finger. Look at how beautiful it is. I absolutely adore the charm that it has over here. And yeah, that is just gorgeous. So everybody say thank you, Isla. Okay, low-key, I'm wearing my swimsuit. I wore these shorts. I wore the shorts. Low-key, I love this. Now I just got to figure out what cap would suit this and what shoes. Let's try on the shirt. My sister is making fun of me for the fact that I'm saying low-key way too often, but high-key, the shirt is cute. I don't care that it's like the trendy butter yellow and I'm just like leaning on the trend. I love the color, like it looks nice, and I don't own anything yellow, so this is cute. Am I gonna be wearing this next summer? Hopefully. Guys, I am low-key ready for summer. I said low-key again, I know. But the pants are so nice. I have to like tailor them because that's way too long. But like, the summer is mine, which I am quoting Olivia Rodrigo if anything, which says the summer is mine. I'm gonna give it a try another. I don't remember, but it's from High School Musical, the musical, the series.
You can fight the truth till your face turns blue. This love is here to stay.
Alright guys, so the conversation that I want to share with you guys is the fact that, well, me and my sister are rewatching Kral Aşk, which is a Turkish show which was first broadcasted back in 2015, so we've been rewatching it literally for 10 years. And one of the main motives throughout both seasons of the show is a book by Marcel Proust. And it's the fact that I've been watching the show for 10 years and I still haven't gotten to read any pieces of work of Marcel Proust, which I'm like so sad about, but I definitely will. Obviously it's in my TBR because it's such, like a must read. But specifically the book in the that is mentioned throughout both seasons of the show is The Captive and the Fugitive, which is volume 5 of In Search of Lost Time. And I'm like kind of like a theme I always have going on when you think about of all the beautiful books that there are in the world and how like you literally just do not have enough time to read or the amount of like shows and movies that you would love and songs you would fall in love with, but there's not enough time to be absorbing all of those pieces of art, and which just makes me so incredibly sad. Because I've been loving this show for 10 years, I'd love to read volume 5, but I'd first need to read other volumes. And volume 5 itself is 957 pages, which is insane. And yeah, it's just, but also at the same time, obviously, since this book is a translation from French, it's all the things that are absolutely lost in translation, which obviously I do believe that good translation just conveys the meaning well, but obviously there will inevitably be bits and pieces that are just lost in translation, which makes me so incredibly sad. Obviously, I know that translators work literally day and night to be able to convey the same message in the same manner in a foreign language, which actually there's this one poem that I love, in Russian, which is the poem that we memorized back in 5th grade that I still remember. And one time I actually looked at like the translation in English, because I was like, it's such a very specific poem with very specific diction. So I was like, how do they translate it to English? And I read it, and it was actually so incredibly well. Obviously, it's not what the original is, and they will never necessarily replace it, but obviously translation isn't there for replacement. It's literally there to translate, and it was still amazing. Like, if I didn't speak a word of Russian, that translation alone would have totally been enough. Like, there's literally not a single drop of the poem that is missed in the translation, and I find that so incredibly beautiful. But obviously, since I am very unfamiliar in the field of translating, especially when it comes to poetry and pieces of literature, I don't understand how it works, but that is just incredible. It works.
Don't hear a sound, I'll be 6 feet underground. That'll be the day I lose you.
Change of plans. We're very much listening to Gracie Abrams, so everything's still the same. But we're going to pick up my sister from her friend's house, and we're going to go over to my uncle's.
I could pretend that I have a chance at another romance, but honey, in the end, even if I try, I'll be wasting breath, 'cause you'll be on my mind. There will be a day where I don't hear a sound. I'll be 6 feet underground. That'll be the day I lose you.
We're back home. I got into my PJs because, I'm brewing fresh tea because there's nothing better than freshly brewed tea, genuinely. And again, this is just my happiest, being at home in my PJs. It's evening, nighttime. We're watching Survivor.
Will you come over tonight? We can swallow our pride. We can swallow some wine. So there will be a day.
Good morning, everybody. Let's go and do some grocery shopping. I just need to quickly put on some jeans because I'm wearing shorts, and it's definitely not shorts weather just yet. The weather was so incredible the past couple of days, and now it very suddenly shifted back to being cloudy and just cool. It's not cold, but it's around 18 degrees or something of that sort.
Strange light revolves around you. You float across the room. Your touch is made of something heaven can't hold a candle to. You're made of something new. Let's not get complicated.
I'm finally making the banana bread I've been wanting for so many days.
To be a human, so much to put an answer to. But that's just what we do. God only knows where this could go. Even if our love starts to go.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Bien, gracias también. So here the day is really good. So again, I have to open the window. The most important is arcilla.
Arcilla.
That's going to be the clay.
Mm-hmm.
Arcilla. and we say es una masa suave que se puede moldear con las manos.